Hi, I'm Anna, and here is for you Speed GRs Build for doing great rifts for farming Ethereals. In Season 24, Witch Doctor will be Trash Killer in meta. Spirit Barrage Mundo Nugus Regalia will be the strongest and the craziest Trash Killer. But to achieve this, we will have to find an ethereal item. So not just a random ethereal item, we need a Ryox needle. And not just a random Ryox needle, we need a Ryox needle with the right secondary. Unfortunately, ethereals are rolled with the random secondaries and we need the special one. We need a secondary from a Sacred Harvester or from the Barber. So in Season 24, we'll have to farm a lot. How we will do this? We will farm great rifts. The logic here is pretty much the same how we are farming primal items. We are doing a lot of great rifts as fast as we only can. We're starting doing great rifts from level 90 because from level 90 the amount of drops, the amount of items that you're getting after you're completing the great rifts will stay the same. So it doesn't matter, either you're completing level 90 or you will complete level 150. The amount of drops will be the same. And in this video, I will show you Speed Witch Doctor setup. With this build, you will be able to do Speed Great Rifts. So, let's go! Let's see this gear. What do we need to use here? In this setup, I am using 5 pieces Mundo Nugus Regalia equipped on me. Here they are. And also I'm using Captain Crimson set to increase my cooldown, to increase my damage. I'm using the pants, I am using the belt. Also in this setup, I'm using Compass Rose and I'm using Traveler's Pledge. They're increasing my damage by 100% and also they're helping me to stay alive. While moving, damage taken is reduced by up to 50%. Guys, when I was testing it and I was playing it, I was using only 1k200 Paragon just to see can it actually work on lower Paragon. And yeah, it can, but if you want to have more damage, you can try to go with a Squirt necklace and you can try to go with Conversion of Elements. This will be a massive buff in this case, but like you need to see will you be able to stay alive. For me it was a bit squishy, so in the end I switched to Traveler's Pledge and Compass Rose. Maybe later with more Paragon this will be the case. And in this setup, when you're playing Mundo Nugus Regalia, when you are 18 Paragon points, first go to 4 Vitality, you are squishy. So also I'm using here Lacumba's Braces to keep me alive. Yeah, they reduce all damage taken by 6% for each stack of Soul Harvest you have. Also here, of course, Ring of Emptiness, it's increasing our damage by up to 300% to enemies affected by either your Hound or Locust. My weapon here, I went with the Sacred Harvester here just because I went with the Sacred Harvester. But in the season, actually, before you found Ethereal, maybe it will be a good choice here to use Wood Juicer. Wood Juicer with a combination of Barber in the Coop will give you more damage, but you will be a bit more squishy. Sacred Harvester is increasing the amount of stacks of Soul Harvest up to 10. So with a combination of Lacumba, you are less dying. Okay, so here you can decide how you want and to know what you will find at the beginning of the season, which weapon will be better for you. Also here, Guess and Demise, of course, the module for Spirit Barrage, increasing the damage of Spirit Barrage by up to 150%. The gems that I'm using, in the gear I'm using Dexterity gems to increase my armor, because again I'm not using a lot of Paragon, I can be squishy. If you want to increase your damage, you are using here Topaz, yellow gems for more intelligence. And the gems in the gear, since I was doing solo speedruns, I was using Bane of Stricken, also Bane of Trapped, and Gogok of Sweetness. If you're playing in a team, probably you will not need Bane of Stricken. You can switch Bane of Stricken for Bane Enchancer, for example. But for speeds, it's not such a big change, just go with what you have. In the Coop, I have right now the Barber, of course, the key element of the gear. I have Frostborn to increase the cold skill damage. And I have Ring of Royal Grandeur to make my set work. My skills, and here will be a bit funny. I'm using Spirit Barrage Manito, our ultra super mega damage. I'm using Horrified Stalker, we are terrifying everyone to death. And Stalker is increasing your movement speed by 20% for 4 seconds after casting Horrify. So this is our movement speed buff. Soul Harvester here, Soul to Waste, also movement speed buff, gain 5% increased movement speed for each enemy harvested. Spirit Walk, Severance, movement speed buff, increase your movement speed by an additional 100% while in the Spirit Realm. Big Bad Voodoo, Boogeyman, and here we're using it to summon a zombie dog. Enemies who die in the ritual area have a 50% chance to resurrect as a zombie dog. And we will need a zombie dog, and I will explain you a second later why. Locust Swarm Pestilence, to spread poison all over the map and to activate our Ring of Emptiness and to increase our damage. The skills that we have here, Grave Injustice, it's increasing our cooldown, and we're gaining 1% of your maximum life and mana. Here we have Fierce Loyalty, it's again our movement speed buff, and it's working the following way. While you have a Gargantua, Zombie Dog or Fetish summoned, your movement speed is increased by 15%. And that's why we have here Boogeyman rune. We are summoning zombie dogs to increase our movement speed. Also here, Rush of Essence, and this is helping us to return mana. But guys, if you will go for Wood Juicer, then you don't need this passive. Wood Juicer will return mana for you, because Spirit Barrage gains the effects of the Phlebotomize and the Spirit is Willing rune. Spirit is Willing is the one that is giving you mana back. So here, if you going with Wood Juicer, maybe you want some Cheat Death, maybe you want some Swampland Attunement for resistance. Our last passive here is Confidence Ritual. It is giving us additional damage to the enemies within 20 yards. Our follower, if you're playing solo, guys, it's my weird non-seasonal follower, it's okay. You need, most importantly, Flavor of Time, and you need Nemesis, and this is the game changer. It's a must. They're insane when you're doing speeds. Everything else in speed setup doesn't mean that much. The most important thing, you need to have a Scoundrel token or Enchantress Focus or Templar Relict here too, that with the secondary your follower cannot die, because your follower will die no matter what. Everything else here will not change the game drastically, you will never notice those changes. The most important thing again, Flavor of Time and Nemesis. The skills as well. I'm using here Crippling Shot, I am using Anatomy, I am using Piercing Shot, and here in speeds I'm using Vanish. I like playing with the Cheat Death, especially because right now in my passives I don't have a Cheat Death, and Cheat Death on the follower is making my life a bit easier. If you're playing in a team, of course, you don't have a follower there, you don't have the special Cheat Death, and you need to check how do you feel. You feel yourself squishy in a team, then probably you need to go for one of the Cheat Deaths. Then switch Confidence Ritual here for the Cheat Death. Or maybe everything is fine, you feel yourself amazing really fast, then don't do anything, then just run through the rift. Okay, let me show you the gameplay. Let me show you what you're actually doing in a rift. Let's go, let's run. You're entering the rift, you're activating Big Bad Voodoo, and make sure that Big Bad Voodoo is active all the time. So each time when you see that you can press Big Bad Voodoo again, you are pressing it again. Big Bad Voodoo will follow you all the time, and Big Bad Voodoo will spam zombie dogs. This will happen automatically, you don't need to think about this. And you're starting spamming Spirit Barrage. Don't forget to press Locust Swarm and poison the whole map in front of you. In the ideal world, you're pressing Locust Swarm each time when you're entering the new part of the map, or you're just pressing it once every 5 seconds. Also, keep Soul Harvest and Horrify always up. They are your movement speed buff. And just run and keep spamming Spirit Barrage. Spirit Barrage will automatically spread over all the enemies on the map, and you just need to explode them. So you're running from elite group to elite group, from the pylon to the pylon. With the good maps, you will be finishing Great Rifts in 2-3 minutes, with the bad maps in 4 minutes. And if you're playing in a team and you have some barbarian buffs, then of course it will be faster. And here is the boss, and the logic is absolutely the same. You are poisoning the boss with Locust Swarm and you are spamming Spirit Barrage. In a couple of seconds both will explode. So, may all the beautiful Ethereals be with you in Season 24. Thank you for watching, don't forget to subscribe and see you on my streams.